daily dose of practical wit and wisdom with a professional educator and trainer, Amazon best-selling author, United States Marine, television and radio host, Paul G. Markle. Each episode will focus on positive and productive ways to strengthen your mindset and help you improve your relationships, career goals, and overall well-being. Please welcome your host, Paul G. Markle.
Okay, here we go again. Yet another morning mindset podcast. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for leaving a review. If you didn't leave a review of this podcast yet, I don't know what to tell you, except please do that. If you enjoy it, if you don't enjoy it, well, I'll send you your money back just as soon as I get around to it. All right, today's topic, be easy to help. You're like, well, come on, Paul, and what do you mean, be easy to help? If I need help, then I ask for help and people help me. And no, that's not always the way it is. Let me tell you, I have been reviewing products as a part of my job for going on, not quite 30 years, but at least 25 years. When I was very, very busy writing reviews of outdoor shooting sports type products, I would get like hundreds a year sometimes. And many of these products didn't come from necessarily well-established old manufacturers. Some of the products came from small business owners, entrepreneurs, people who were working in their garages or their basements or, a little workshop, and they had this great idea. They were going to come up with the next coolest, best, whatever it was, right? And, I would get a hold of it, or they'd send it to me, and they're like, hey, can you review this? Now, when you ask someone to review something, whether it's a product or whether it's your written work or whether it's something you've created, you got to be ready to be told that it's not the latest, greatest, best thing in the world. Many years ago, I had a mentor who he asked me why anyone should read my book. I sent him a copy of my book. I told him about it, and I sent him a copy of it, and he said, why should anyone read a copy of your book? Why should anyone read it? And I had to stop and think about that. I was like, well, and I gave him an answer, and he's like, okay. And when he was challenging me, he wanted me to, think about why someone should read the book. And he also wasn't just going to agree with me. He wasn't just going to take my book. He was a friend, but he was also a mentor in that he challenged me. And he also, the same man asked me, he said, you know that you're on the road to success when someone who is not either related to you or friends with you likes what you have done. He said, because you can't get honest feedback from relatives. He says it's extremely hard to get honest feedback from your family. Because why? Well, because your family doesn't want to hurt your feelings. So your family will be like, oh, yeah, it's nice. I liked it. It's good. I liked it. You're only going to get honest feedback from people that don't have an emotional connection to you. So if you ask someone, you say, hey, will you review this for me? Will you test this for me? Will you tell me what you think about it? You need to be prepared for that person to come back and not necessarily think it's the greatest thing in the world. Because if all you're looking for is affirmation, or if you're just looking for someone to tell you how great it is, then give it to a member of your family. Go ask your family. There's two reasons that people have a hard time accepting help or guidance, at least in my opinion. Pride and intellectual laziness. Now, pride says, I came up with this idea, and I think it's the best idea in the world, and everyone else should think the exact same thing as me. Now, if they don't, then it hurts my pride. Now, the other one, intellectual laziness, is this. I came up with this idea, I think it's great, and I don't want to change it. I don't want to do anything differently than I've already done, so I'm just going to assume that it's great. Now, I've been also an instructor for a long, long time. I've done platform instruction. I've done one-on-one instruction. I've stood up in front of classes of hundreds of people. And one thing that I have encountered is individuals who will behave as, ASK, all right, holes, ask holes. And you're like, if you've never heard the term ask hole, I just introduced you to it. What is an ask hole? An ask hole is a person who will ask you a question. They'll ask for your opinion, but they don't really want your answer. What they want is for you to regurgitate what they already think. They want you. They want their feelings spoken back to them. They want you to say what they already think. That is an ask hole. Or that person will ask you a question and say, well, what do you think about blank? Or what should I get? What kind of a this should I get? Or what kind of a that should I get? And, if they asked you for a reason, because they valued your opinion, you gave them the opinion. They're like, well, yeah, but I already own a blank. I see this a lot in my line of work. Someone will say, what do you think about the blank? Now, the reason that they said, what do you think about the blank, is because they already bought one. And what they want you to do is to tell them what a great decision that was and how smart they already were for buying that thing. An asshole is a person who says, hey, what should I do to blank? Lose weight, get stronger, what have you, become more productive. How can I become more productive? How can I lose weight? How can I get promoted at work? How can I, what have you? And then you tell them, and they immediately disregard your answer because it wasn't the answer they were looking for. There have been times in my life that I have received products, or I've received, things from people, and, I would give them feedback and I'd say, okay, these are the areas, or these are the things that are good about that product, A, B, C. And here are the areas for improvement. If I were you, this is what I would change. This is what I would improve. And sadly, quite a number of those people didn't say thank you for your honest opinion. What they did was they're like, oh, okay. And then they went out and found someone else who would tell them that their product was great. I experienced that more than once, where I told someone, look, I can't write a glowing review of this product because you should fix this and this and this. And they're like, oh, okay, well, we think it's pretty good. And rather than fix those things or say, well, we respect your opinion or what have you, if you don't respect my opinion, that's great. Don't ask me to review your stuff. Instead, what they did is they went out and found someone who would tell them that what they had was great and it was the best and so forth. And that's fine. That's not really the road to success, though. That's not how we improve. And now, it's not fun. No one wants to be told that their idea is not the best idea in the world. No one, when, especially entrepreneurs and small business owners, when they come up with a new product, it's kind of like their baby, and nobody wants to hear that their baby is ugly. Everybody wants, if you tell someone that their new design or their new product isn't perfect, it's like telling them they have an ugly baby, and they get they get butthurt and they don't want to hear it. But if you want to genuinely improve what you're doing, if you genuinely want to be productive and you want to seek success, you need to be easy to help. If you ask someone for their opinion, you need to be ready for them to tell you what they don't like. All right? Don't be an ask hole. Don't be the person who asks someone's opinion just so they can hear their own opinion regurgitated back to them. If you want to hear your own opinion, talk to a mirror. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So when you're moving out throughout your day and you find yourself in that situation, A, if you want an honest answer, don't ask your family. And B, try and be easy to help. All right. Please check out all of my books and written work. They are available on Amazon. Paul G. Markle is my name. You should know that by now. And if you would like some help, if you are a parent, if you know someone who is a parent or who is going to be a parent, if you're a grandparent, I would suggest that you pick up the book Team Honey Badger, Raising Fearless Kids in a Cowardly World. And it's available on Amazon as a paperback or as a Kindle version. I'm Paul Markle, and I'll talk to you again real soon.
Thank you for spending time with us today. To get show notes, submit a topic request, and for more from your host, Paul G. Markle, visit morningmindsetpodcast.com. That's morningmindsetpodcast.com. Please leave a review for this podcast on your favorite podcast player. We appreciate your time and effort, and we look forward to reading your honest feedback.